Who is it?
Dr. Dixon, it's Haley. May I come in?
Just a minute. Haley! Haley! I'm sorry. What a pleasant surprise. Come in.
Hi, thanks. I won't stay long. I know that you need your rest.
No, please. You stay as long as you like.
Good, thanks. Actually, Mr. Stenbeck told me something that I think you ought to know.
Oh, really? How is he? Why don't you sit down?
Thanks. Go ahead. You know, he's such a considerate man. He really goes out of his way to help people.
Yes, that's true. What is it that he told you?
It's about the signature on that Egyptian bracelet. He's been trying to trace it for me.
And?
He thinks that it's a fake.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He even thinks that he spent too much money for it, but I suppose with all he's got, it doesn't really matter.
Well, I suppose not. Haley, does he really think that it's not authentic?
He certainly sounded like it. As a matter of fact, he suggested that I tell you so that you wouldn't waste your time trying to research it.
Oh, I see. Well, that's very thoughtful of him. But then, as you say, he's a very considerate man.
Dr. Dixon, I know that you wanted to surprise me by tracing it.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry that it turns out that it's fake.
Well, so am I, you know, because... I tell you what, though. Why don't I continue to trace the signature? Who knows? Maybe James is wrong.
Well, I suppose it's possible.
Sure. And anything's possible, you know. I'm really surprised sometimes as to how some things do work out. So if it's all right with you, why don't I just go ahead and trace the signature?
Well, sure, it's all right. If anything, I'm grateful. Who knows? Maybe you'll find out it's authentic after all.
Who knows? Maybe I will. That'd be a big surprise for you.
Oh, Mrs. Stenbeck.
Yes, miss.
Yes, I was to tell you that your brother telephoned. Yes, I even had him repeat his name just to be sure. Your brother, Rick Ryan.
How long ago did he call?
Oh, not long, less than an hour.
Was it a local call?
Well, I assume so, yes. Tell me, is a telephone call from your brother so unusual, Mrs. Stenbeck?
Oh, unusual, yes. It most certainly is. You see, I haven't heard from Rick for years. A great many years. I just assumed he's been out of the country. Did he say what he wanted?
Well, no, just to tell you that he had telephoned. Well, may I be of some assistance to you, Mrs. Stenbeck? You seem a bit distressed.
No, it's okay, really. I'm just a little surprised.
Well, before I leave, may I offer my congratulations? I've heard about your new enterprise, Fashions Limited. I admire you so very much for the whole idea and for getting it started so effectively.
Well, thank you. Let's just hope things keep running as smoothly as they are now.
Oh, yes, well, I'm sure they will. Well, good night, Mrs. Stenbeck.
Good night, Nels. Thank you for your words of encouragement.
Oh, well, they're sincere, I assure you. Good night.
Don't get up. I'll let myself out.
No, that's all right. I need the practice in moving around, you know.
Are you sure you're all right? I know that Margot's usually here.
As a matter of fact, Margot is over at Cricket's right now, asking you to come over here and stay with us. Perhaps we'd have more help than ever then.
Well, good. Also, it was good to see the police guard outside.
Yeah, they're a fine group of fellas. They only let people in here that they know.
It still must be hard on all of you, just knowing that someone might try something. I sure hope they find out who it is soon.
I have a feeling they are going to find out very soon.
Oh?
Yeah. Well, maybe it's just wishful thinking on my part, but I have, as I say, this feeling that it's going to be cleared up very quickly.
Well, I hope you're right. And I'm going to come by again soon, if that's all right.
Oh, Haley, it's all right. You know, you can drop in here anytime you like.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ba-dim-ba-da. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Bum, ba, 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 ba. Bum, 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 ba.
As the world turns.
Cardiac care unit, of course, would...
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, of course not. Come on in, Sam. Is there anything else, Doctor?
No. I'll leave you to enjoy the good news, and we'll talk later.
Well, congratulations again on the good job you did with the board.
Oh, don't be modest, Bob. I made the board understand that the idea was yours.
Well, it was Sam who first gave me the idea.
Oh, well, thank you, Dr. E.
Thank you, Dr. Howell.
And we'll talk later.
Doctor?
Bye.
Bearer of glad tidings.
What tidings?
Leonard managed to talk the board into the big fundraiser.
Oh, I'm really delighted. I must congratulate you, Bob.
Well, thank you. You were the one who gave me the idea first. We were just talking about how we'd spend the money. Cardiac care unit, for one, and of course there are a lot of other places, too.
Well, you are right. The cardiac unit is not really what it should be. I mean, even someone new like myself knows that.
Well, new funds could bring it up to par. Plus, as far as staff goes, the thing with John Dixon really gets me.
I don't understand. What do you mean, the thing with
Well,
John?
even when he's fully recovered and he comes back on staff, the man is blind.
He can see.
Certainly as a... What did you say?
Dr. John Dixon is not blind.
Who is it?
Hey, Doctor. Jim. One of the guards.
I'll be right there, Jimmy. Yes, what is it?
I just thought I ought to tell you that that report we had was a false alarm.
Oh, well.
We searched the neighborhood pretty thoroughly, and we didn't find any sign of David Stewart.
Sure you did. Win a few, lose a few, I was gonna say.
Yeah, well, don't worry. If he does show up, then we'll win one, okay?
Okay.
Everything okay in here?
Oh, yeah, everything is fine here. No problems at all.
All right, good. I'm going to do a quick check around, and if you need me, I'll be right outside.
Okay, Jim, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry it was a false alarm.
Oh, well, maybe the next time it won't be.
Right. Okay.
Okay? Bum, bum, ba, bum, ba. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, ba. Bum, bum, ba. Bum, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Bum, ba, 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 ba. Margot? Are you back, Margot? You out there, Margot?
It's James Stenbeck, John.
Stand back.
That's right, John. And I have a weapon. I have a dagger. Touch it, John. Go ahead, feel it. Huh? Nice and razor sharp.
Stand back. You want to kill me because of Margot?
It's part of it.
You mean there's more?
You have to be stopped, John.
I have to be stopped. What do you mean, stopped?
No questions, John.
So you're going to kill me, is that it?
I have to now. But not in here. The police know that I'm in here. I mean, it was the guard who let me in. He's a friend.
As my friend?
That's right. So we're going to leave here. We're going to walk right out past the guard. And if there are any questions asked, you just say that I'm taking you to the doctor. A routine checkup, no emergency. Understand?
Where are we going?
Don't interrupt me, John. Listen very carefully. When we walk out of here, I'll have this dagger. This dagger right here, right at your back. And if I have to, I'll kill you and the guard.
Where are you taking me?
Oh, they'll probably find your body in a field somewhere.
You'll be questioned. They'll see us. We'll leave together. You'll be questioned.
Of course I'll be questioned. Dixon, don't you think I figured this thing out? I was driving you into town to see the doctor. And all of a sudden you became irritated. You became violent. You insisted on jumping out of the car. I stopped, and just the last time I saw you, you disappeared into traffic at a red light. Pretty good plan, isn't it, Dixon? Hmm?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yes. Brilliant.
Tell me something, James.
Yes?
When I was hit by that automobile and I was blinded, that wasn't David Stewart, was it? That was you, wasn't it?
Yes. It was me.
All this time I thought it was David.
Yeah, so did everyone else think it was David.
Yeah.
And people think that David is responsible for your death. I think it's rather perfect, don't you?
Absolutely perfect. I have to admire you. You know, this whole thing is planned so brilliantly here. It's not the work of an ordinary man, you know.
I'm not an ordinary man, John. You realize that now, don't you?
I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, now we're going to start right out of here toward the door. Just start toward...
Let me just ask you something, please, before we go. May I?
Go ahead.
There's a lot of this I don't understand. I just don't understand it. It's been planned so brilliantly right down the line. I want to know, at least, how you're pulling this thing off so well. How did you do it?
Sit down, sit down. Sit.
Yeah?
All right. Now, what do you want to know? Huh?
So why do you have to leave so soon? Or do you have to see James?
I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say or what you do. I don't care what anyone in this whole world thinks or says. I am going to marry James Stenbeck. I can't say it any plainer than that. I am going to marry James. Could we please drop the subject?
All right, sure, certainly. I'll never mention it again.
Yeah, for 1 minute.
No, I mean it. I have tried to talk to you, and I have failed. So fine, let's drop the subject.
Well, thank you.
However,
Mama,
I'm not going to even mention James. What I want to say is, well, because I worry about you so much in that house alone with John.
I know you're worried. I'm worried too, but it is safe.
Let me finish. I told you I don't like Cricket being involved in all this, but I think you're right. I think you should wait for her and then take her back to your house tonight. I mean, you can wait a few more minutes, can't you?
Well,
come on, I'll fix you a cup of coffee, and by the time it's ready, Cricket will be home, and then the both of you can go back to the house. It'll make me feel a little bit better.
So this all began with jewels from Egypt?
Yes, John. Do you have any idea what they're worth?
A fortune,
More than a fortune. And I had a whole plan set up to get them in this country, past customs, no questions, not even a search.
That's brilliant, James.
Yes, it was brilliant. But then Haley came along and asked you to help her trace the signature. She had to find out where Barbara's bracelet came from. I couldn't let you two do that, you know.
No, of course you couldn't, no.
I mean, if she'd found out the origin of the bracelet and the jewels, well, I mean, the whole game would have been over for me.
Unless Haley and I stopped the search.
Yes. You know something, John? That is the ironic thing about this whole situation. If you and Haley had minded your own business, none of this would have to happen. If she'd have just believed that the bracelet was a fake, or if you'd have just stopped searching, I wouldn't have to go through with all this.
Yeah.
But you're a very stubborn man, Dixon.
I have been all my life. Well, it's a mistake. I made a great many mistakes here, obviously.
Yes. And now you've made your last mistake.
What?
Get up, John. Get up. Get up. Get up. Now.
What?
Go into the door.
Yeah?
You go first. Please, please, you go first. Come on. I got the dagger right behind you. Understand?
See, James,
John, I am tired of waiting. Move!
James, you. You make one move, and I will kill you. I swear to you, you will be a dead man.
You can see.
Hey, come on now. I haven't changed all that much. It's Rick. Remember your long lost brother?
How are you? I can't believe it.
You look great.
Put that thing together. Now drop it on the floor.
Drop that damn thing! You can see. You could see all along, couldn't
Not all along, Jimmy. Not all along. I couldn't.
You can't kill me, John.
The hell I can't.
No, you see, you would, you would be accused of murdering an innocent man because David Stewart is a suspect, John. David, not I.
David Stewart. David Stewart? I'll put it. I'm not ready to kill you yet. Not yet.
You're not?
No, I'm not. I want to hear your story, and I want to hear the truth. I want to hear it again. Okay?
John, I told you the truth.
Yeah, you have. You told me. Yeah. And this time you tell the truth. Okay? The truth, Jimmy. Come on. Let's start with the jewels in Egypt, huh? Where did you find them, huh?
They came from a tomb that Professor Wilson discovered when he was doing some excavation for the Stenbeck Foundation.
Right. So Haley's old man finds the jewels and then you kill him. Is that it, huh?
Her father's death was an accident.
Was it? Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. Okay, so you find the jewels, then what? Then what? Come on!
Well, they came from a supposed unopened tomb. But Professor Wilson opened it. You see, you and Haley's little search was all being done in vain. Because there's no official record of the tomb being opened, no artifacts being taken out. John, look, since we're talking, why don't you just put that gun away?
What do you think I am, a fool?
I think that I have told you the truth.
Yeah?
But you can't prove anything, John. No one would believe that I would reveal this entire operation, even if you do kill me.
Yes, they will. You want to know why they will? You want to know why they will, Jimmy? Huh? You want to know why they will, Jimmy? Huh? You want to know why? It's a wonderful little machine. It's very good. The police will have no trouble understanding every word you've said, including your confession of a hit and run.
John?
Yeah.
John, you said you weren't going to kill me.
I said I wasn't ready to kill you, I said I wasn't ready!
John, please.
Now I've got this, so maybe I am. Maybe I'm ready to kill you.
Please, John. Please.
I'm not going to kill you, James.
You're not?
No, I'm not. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Because you see, Mr. Stenbeck, there are a couple of things that you are going to do.
Well,
Well, what?
have I changed?
Outwardly? You have a tan. So I assume from that you've been living someplace very comfortable.
No, somewhere where it's hot. To be exact, in Mexico.
All this time.
Yeah, various parts of Mexico all this time.
And you've never come back to this country.
Not once.
Rick, you've been gone Lord knows how long. You haven't written, you haven't called, you haven't even sent me a postcard to let me know whether you're alive, whether you're dead. Now, why not?
Barbara, you're forgetting something. I left here in disgrace. You know, sometimes when that happens, you just don't feel like keeping the home fires burning.
So what are you implying? That I in some way am responsible for your disgrace, as you call it?
No, of course not. As a matter of fact, you've hit on the exact reason why I've returned here to Oakdale. You see, I finally figured out who was responsible for my disgrace.
Rick, we know who that is. It was Bob Hughes.
No, it wasn't Bob Hughes. It was me.
I don't understand.
When Bob Hughes put me before that state board hearing, when I was found guilty of negligence and had my license taken away to practice medicine, he was right. I was negligent, and I got exactly what I deserved, to be thrown out of medicine. I know it sounds strange, but it took me a long time to face that. Face it and admit it.
Go on.
Living in Mexico was like... it was like living in limbo. Neither heaven nor hell, just existing. There isn't that much to tell after that. I didn't have my license, so I couldn't practice medicine.
Well, what did you do?
I cursed my fate. I cursed Bob Hughes, the board, everyone and everything. You might say I was trying to find the villain in all this when one day I realized the villain was myself. It's a big day, Barbara. A day when you own up to your own mistakes.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
I doubt it. But no matter, I faced up to it, and that's why I'm back.
I'm still confused about something.
What's that?
Why Oakdale? Why come back here? People have long memories. You can go someplace else, someplace where you'd have a better chance to start over.
Barbara, I'd have no chance someplace else. Don't you see that? This is where I made the mistake. This is where I, without any help from anyone, ruined my life and my career. Okay, well, maybe not my life. But if I'm going to have any life left at all, it's got to be here. Here is where I fouled up. And here is where I've got to try. Oh, and how I'm going to try to make things right again. But it's got to be here.
Okay, I can see that. And I have to give you a lot of credit, too.
Thank you. I appreciate that, but credit is not what I need.
Okay, what do you need?
I don't know. Just a chance. A chance to say, look, I made a mistake. I realized that I've paid for it. And now all I want's a chance to start over. That's all I've got left, Barbara. It's a chance to start again.
Rick, I hope you get that chance. I really do.
You really don't have much choice, do you? Now listen to me. These are my conditions. Number 1, you stop seeing my daughter. Number 2, you stop smuggling from Egypt. Number 3, you confess to the hit and run. In a word, that's it. Take it or leave it. Well, I don't know, Jimmy. I don't know. You know, I can play this tape for the cops within the hour, and you know I will.
All right, I agree.
Do all 3 conditions,
Yes.
including the hit and run.
I promise you a confession will be made.
Your promise. Your promise is worthless. It's useless because I've got the tape.
Don't you think I'm aware of that, Dixon?
I'm glad you appreciate the situation, Mr. Stenbeck. What we have here is a little agreement, you and me. Now, Jimmy, just to show you, if you live up to your part of the agreement, just to show you that there are no hard feelings on my part, I'm not going to press any charges. But don't you ever forget, I've got the tape. Who is it?
Jim again, Doctor.
Yes, Jim. Yes, yes, yes. I'll be with you in a minute. We do understand each other, don't we, James? No. Huh? Yes, Jim, I'm sorry.
Hi, Doc. I'm Mr. Stenbeck. Sorry, I didn't realize you were still here.
Well, Mr. Stenbeck has been good enough to spend the afternoon visiting with me.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, I really just stopped in to tell you that I've made a check all around the house, and there's no one in sight.
Oh, thanks,
Okay.
Jimmy. I appreciate that. I really do.
All right, it's no problem. I won't disturb you any longer.
Oh.
If you need me, I'll be right outside.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Okay?
Yes, I think I'd better be going too.
So soon, Mr. Stenbeck.
Yes, I have an appointment.
Ah, I see. Well, I must tell you that I have enjoyed our little visit here this afternoon, our little talk, much more than I can ever tell you.
Yes, it's been very interesting.
Yeah, hasn't it? Oh, James, about that business proposition that we were talking about, we do understand each other thoroughly there, don't we?
Yeah, yes, we do.
Good, 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 good. Oh, I'm sorry, don't forget your umbrella.
Thank you. Nice to see you, officer.
Always a pleasure to see you, Mr. Stenbeck.
Drive safely, James.
I always do, John.
You need anything, Doctor?
I beg your pardon.
I said you want anything.
No, I don't think so. I think I've got everything that I need.
Okay.
If circumstances weren't what they are, I mean, we both know that the fact that your father may have run John down is a problem. But let's assume for a moment that none of that exists, that it didn't happen, okay?
I'll try, all right.
How would you feel then?
I'm not sure what you're asking me. How would I feel about what?
Me.
You certainly can be direct, Tom.
I'm a lawyer. Want me to withdraw the question?
No.
Okay, I'll simplify then. Not as a lawyer. I think that being with you is what I want.
Tom.
No. If things were normal, if they were all cleared up, who would it be? Me? Or would it be Brad?
Tom, I like you. I like you very much. You know that. I admire you.
But
No, there's no buts. I mean it. Please. That's all I can say right now.
what do you know? Here I am pleading my case brilliantly, I might add, and you know what happens?
What?
The judge calls a recess. Let's order. I'm starved.
I was wondering if maybe some night soon you could arrange to be away from here for the evening.
So the plot thickens, huh?
Come on, Brad, it's no plot. I just want to be alone with Haley. With her aunt around, it's impossible.
So you've said often.
Well, it's true. Man, she treats us like we're a couple of school kids. You'd think I was 12 years old.
Well, did you ever try talking to her about it?
Listen, you do not talk to this woman. You just listen and maybe salute.
Is that just you or Haley, too?
Well, she looks right through me as if I didn't exist. And as for Haley, she's got her right where she wants her.
How?
She's in control of Haley's trust fund from her father.
Really? For how long?
Until Haley's 21. Until then, she has to depend on her aunt for every single dime, even her tuition, everything.
So you think a little evening alone will help?
I think it would help me. So, we do it? We go out on a date with Lisa or something?
Date with Lisa. I'm afraid that's not one of your brightest ideas of the evening.
Why not? I thought you liked her.
Oh, I do like her. See, she popped through a door today, and unfortunately, I was with Dee.
With Dee? Come on. Don't tell me you're starting with her again. Brad, you know that's gonna be trouble.
Yes, I will admit there are a few details, a couple of problems that have to be straightened out.
Yeah, like her being married to John Dixon, for instance.
Getting a divorce from John, yes.
Okay, if that's the way you feel about Dee, fine. It's your funeral.
Oh, boy, you really have a way with words. Makes me feel warm all over.
Well, I'm sorry. But now, getting back to me and Haley.
So you want an evening alone here, and I'm supposed to be conspicuously absent, right?
Yeah, that's about it.
Well, listen, if her aunt is such a bear, how are you going to spring her?
Well, we'll think of something. We've got to pretty soon before I go out on my gourd.
Well, I'll tell you. What I'm about to do, I think they call brotherly love.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Consider it done.
Thanks.
Come in. I'll be with you in a minute. Rick.
You did say to come in, Bob.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, I had the same effect on Barbara. Am I interrupting?
Not at the moment, no. You look,
Beat?
I was about to say more mature.
Yeah, well, I've had a lot of time to do that. Mature.
A lot of time is right. Where are you living?
Now or before?
Both.
I was in Mexico. Lately, I've been staying in one of Oakdale's lesser-known hotels. Lesser known, but cheap.
Mexico, huh? What part of Mexico?
All over. Acapulco lately.
Were you working down there?
I wasn't practicing medicine, if that's what you mean.
That's not what I asked you.
I know. But I thought it'd be a good place to begin.
To begin what?
My speech. I'd like to tell it to you, if you got a minute.
I got some time.
Actually, it's not that long. What it comes down to is you were right. I was wrong. I got a fair hearing, and I got what I deserved. To be thrown out of medicine.
It was a long time ago, Rick.
Seems like yesterday to me.
I can understand that.
Yeah, which is why I've come back to Oakdale. Back here to you.
To me?
Tell you I'm sorry for yesterday. For what I did to you and Mom. Bob, I want to make amends. No, I have to make amends. Bob, I give you my word, I'll do anything. Any job, I don't care how small, how menial.
You mean you want a job in this hospital?
This is where it all started. This is where it has to end.
Rick, you're no longer an MD. You can't practice medicine here.
We both know that.
Well, then how do you expect to get a job?
Bob, I'm not asking for a job as a doctor. Don't you understand what I'm doing? I'm begging you. I'll do anything. I'll run gurneys. I'll work in the kitchen. I'll scrub floors, anything. But please, just give me a start.
A start to what end, Rick?
The only end I have left. To show you I've changed, to prove to you and this whole town that I've learned, I've changed. Don't I deserve a chance to climb up, Bob? Don't I?
I'm not sure it can be done.
I am. And I'll prove it to you. If you'll just give me a start.
Let me think about it, all right?
Bob.
Yeah?
Please.
I'm sorry to leave you alone for so long, John.
Oh.
Is everything all right?
Everything is fine, no problem.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I waited for Cricket to ask her to come stay with us, but she never got home. I'll have to call her later.
Okay, fine, fine.
You expecting anyone?
No, I'm not.
Well, maybe it's just security checking in. Hi.
Good evening, Margot. May I come in?
Of course, Doctor. John, it's Dr. Yee.
What does he want?
He wants to talk to you. Would you permit him to do so, Doctor?
Is there any way I can stop him?
Not easily. Margot.
Yes.
Excuse me, do you mind if I talk to John alone?
Of course not.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know what Dr. Yee wants to say. So, Margot, I think you ought to be here, too, to hear it.
All right, John, I'm here.
I can see you are.
John, if Dr. Yee wants to talk to you, I think... What'd you say?
I said I can see you're here.
John, what do you mean?
My sight has been coming back, very slowly. I didn't want to say anything about it until I was absolutely certain, and now I am. It's back.
I don't believe you.
Well, I think you're very pretty. I think you're very pretty in a blue blouse. And pink trousers. My God, you painted your toes red.
Oh, John, no, no. It's true. You can see. Oh.
Oh.
Doctor, he can see?
Yes, Margot, I know.
Is it permanent? Will he go blind again, ever?
I doubt it. I'm sure that your father's going to be fine. Don't you agree, Doctor?
With you? In your white suit and your red tie? Well, I guess I have to for once. I think I'm gonna be fine.
Operator, this is Rick Ryan in 201. Now, this is important, so try to get it straight, will you? I'm calling Mexico. That's right, Mexico. The city is Acapulco. Do you want me to spell that for you? Well, good for you. Now, here's what you do. It's a person-to-person call. So you get the Acapulco operator on the line, and I'll speak to her in Spanish. Have you got that? Get the Acapulco operator on the line, and I'll tell her who I'm calling. No, I'll wait. As a matter of fact, I've waited a long, long time.
Join us again tomorrow for As the World Turns.